Welcome back to Just Fantastic Rap's channel. Today we're back playing Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition. Last time we started talking to a bunch of people and yeah, that happened. Have I talked to you?
How can I help you, my friend?
Wait, let me just lower my own sound. More a bit. How about you tell me more about yourself, Arhu?
But certainly. What would you like to know?
Who, or rather, what are you?
Oh, I am but a wizard, a guardian of man and beast, and indeed I am both. My body, like any other, is bound to temporal decay, but my spirit is a speck of light that shone forth from the eternal sun that is the cosmic soul. My task upon this earth is to protect the heart of nature, the very antithesis of which is the intrigue spun by demons and directors of the dead. Hence my involvement in Sicil. You see, my one desire is to witness a world in which every mother looks around her and purrs with calm contentment, for she knows that her chicks or children, her cubs or calves, will grow up without knowing the meaning of menace, the enfeeblement of fear. To my great regret, none of them purr as yet.
Do tell me a bit more about this cat trick of yours.
Oh, but that's not a trick. It's a blessing. Or does it surprise you that I enjoy taking a feline guise? Such magic is a gift, Hunter. To tread upon the realm of instinct, even articulate speech, perhaps humanity's greatest asset, cannot give expression to something so inextricably innate. To be out in the night, to stalk on silent paws and hunt with only the moon as your witness, you couldn't possibly imagine. But of course it's handy to speak in more than meows. And I couldn't brew potions or make machines without opposable thumbs, this I freely admit. Let's just say I have found a way to enjoy the best of two worlds.
Okay, let's change the subject. Let's actually leave this guy to his own whatever this is. Ooh. Read. Universal Control. Welcome to our Spark Master control instruction manual. With the Universal Control in hand, you can give your beloved weapon of mass destruction various commands. Here are some of our customers' favorites. Angry, happy, angry. Vent steam. Angry, angry, sleepy. Discharge electricity. Sleepy, sleepy, happy. Weapon deactivated. Angry, angry, angry. Universal controller deactivated. Happy, happy, happy. Party time. Woohoo. Have fun. Okay. Whatever this is. So goodbye. Then my friend. I do not need to speak with you. I need to speak with the leader of this thing. Of Aureus' office.
Ah, the Source Hunter. Oh, joyous hour.
Tell me about yourself.
I'm Captain Aureus, if you must know, leader of the Legion in Sicil. By which I mean I have the enviable task of commanding a battalion of walking dead. For I fear it may well be but a matter of time before the undead undo all my soldiers and turn them into drivelling hordes of their own misshapen number.
Let's discuss Jack's murder.
Gods above! Some politician snuffs it and everyone's in an uproar. Ridiculous! I told that wizard brat of an Ahu not to bother, but he just had to send for source hunters, didn't he? Bloody magicians. They see a pigeon poop and think sorcery's afoot. Nevertheless, I want to be kept in the loop. Understand? I am in command of this town, not Mayor Cecil, not Ahu, and definitely not some hotshot source hunter. So investigate Jake's death if you feel so inclined, but report back to me the moment you discover something out of the ordinary. The scene of the crime is over at the King Crab Inn. You can tell the guard you have my permission to enter. Now off with you!
In regards to Jake's wife, Esmeralda,
Esmeralda is Jake's wife. Well, widow. Everyone in town, down to the crabs on the beach, is convinced she killed him. Now, the girl has the reputation of being a flirt. There is that. But that doesn't suffice as evidence, wouldn't you say? Or do source hunters rely on hearsay alone, perhaps? That certainly would explain some of the cock-ups you lot have made in the past.
but I didn't say anything.
What? You're going to stand there and claim with a straight face your order never wrongly tortured and executed anyone? Hardly. But I won't stand for such nonsense. If you bring evidence before me, I'll evaluate it with perfect objectivity. The Legion relies on reason, see? Not idle superstition.
I'd like to ask some additional questions.
If you must.
I must. So your main problem is the undead?
Bravo! Figured that one out, did you? I haven't been stuck here for 2 years because we're being besieged by fluffy kittens, you know.
That would be
Those
amazing.
brain-feasting freaks out there keep on coming. And it takes all the sword arms and all of Ahu's half-baked contraptions to keep them at bay. Keeping them at bay, that is all we do. Were that I could break their backs once and for all.
How are you enjoying Sisio?
How am I enjoying it? Are you spoiling for a fight, Hunter? Are you? Sisseal stinks of fish, reeks of orcs, and on a good day the wind disperses the stench of decomposing corpses. I can't remember the last time I had a proper piece of steak, and by now I retch at the mere sight of sardines. So in conclusion, I am not enjoying Sisseal.
But you sound like we're having fun. Tell me about the Legion.
We are the pride of Rivalon, to be found and to be seen everywhere. We don't hide in the dark and lurk in corners like some I could mention. No, we protect the civilized from the barbaric, and we do so impeccably.
What, in your opinion, are the orcs doing on the beach?
I'd say they're looking for weak spots in our defenses. They can't make an attack over land for fear of Ahu's magical machines, so they're trying their luck by sea. They won't succeed, though. Not against the Legion.
Arhu tells me he suspects a sect might be at work around Sisio.
Yes, and he also spends most of his time in the guise of a cat, licking God's knows which body parts. Sects, sorcerers. You'll be seeing flying carpets next.
I'll take my leave. Let's go explore a crime scene. Which doesn't sound like a fun... Oh wait, there is a basement. Ooh, basement. Hello, basement.
Quiet! No talking to these scoundrels, criminal scum!
Okay.
Excuse me, Grabby Gus. This is a Legion treasure room, and absolutely no non-Legionnaires are allowed in.
Ah, you say this is a treasure room. I must remember that. For, future reference. Nothing out of the ordinary, just future reference, you know. Let's go explore a crime scene. Hello there, human.
Source Hunter. A sight for sore eyes, if ever there was one. I know you're probably knee-deep in that awful murder investigation, but truth be told, the Legion could use your help as well. We've been conducting a series of expeditions into undead territory, and I'm afraid I must admit they've met with very little success.
With whom do I have the honor of speaking?
Lieutenant Selenia, at your service. I'm Captain Aureus' second-in-command, but rest assured I am a lot more kindly inclined towards source hunters than he is. Now, I certainly don't mind a bit of healthy competition, and even rivalry between our orders, but I, for one, have no intention of looking a gift horse in the mouth. And that is exactly what your presence in Sissil is, Source Hunter. A gift and a blessing. Only heroes such as yourself can make a true difference in this troubled part of the world. Such is my honest conviction.
Let's discuss the undead.
The undead. I pitied them at first. Many among them were once kind and innocent civilians of Sicil after all. No longer do I feel that way, though. Too many of my soldiers have fallen. The dead must be put down without mercy, if we can. The bravest among my men and women tell me they are weaker in the west and stronger in the east. So I suggest you head westward if you want to flex your muscles and test the waters before blindly diving to your death.
I'd like to talk about some manners concerning the Legion.
I shall be very glad to share what information I can give you.
There are some sailors looking for work. Perhaps there's a place for them in the Legion?
It's very sweet of you that you are trying to get these men a job. But I'm afraid they're not Legion material. Sure, they can tie a knot and blow a whistle like the best of them. But even with a sword in their hands, they wouldn't stand a chance against the undead. And I don't want any more blood on my hands.
Let's discuss the expeditions into hostile territory you mentioned.
If ever we want to be victorious in Sicil, we have to track down the root of the undead uprising. Under the Pact of Volunteers, 3 expeditions were launched to do just that. But so far, none of their participants have returned. 3 landmarks were chosen for further investigation. The lighthouse, the burial mounds, and the old church. Places fraught with danger all.
Regarding the lighthouse,
There's a lighthouse to the west, up on the bluffs, overlooking the sea. No man has gone there in a decade, and yet a light shines from its pinnacle every night. The locals say it's haunted, and half a dozen legionares have gone to find out whether or not those are mere tall tales. I fear for their safety.
so what about the burial mounds?
There are ancient burial grounds to be found north of the city. As good a place as any to start looking for necromancers, wouldn't you say? A local archaeologist offered to tag along with the men. Here's hoping his knowledge on the subject may prove to be of use to them.
And let's discuss the old church.
There's a church to the northeast of here, built atop the very place where once stood a temple dedicated to the source. The Sicilians razed it, and built a church for the 7 instead, supposedly to symbolize the victory of the gods over evil sorcery. All superstitious mumbo-jumbo, if you ask me. But when the dead rose, that is when they were first spotted. Hence the expedition.
You mentioned the pact you made with your legionnaires.
So I did. The Pact of Volunteers. Many legionnaires will do whatever it takes to go home, which is why I personally sign their transfer orders the moment they make it back from a mission behind enemy lines. The chances of survival during these sorties are only about 1 in 10, you see. So my soldiers are free to volunteer, and if they are successful, they just bought themselves a boat ride home.
Oh, this is actually pretty well and pretty nice. Okay, still, a murder. We need to solve a murder. But first I gotta go to the murder spot and not get distracted along the way, which tends to happen quite a lot, honestly.
Not in the mood for cheese. That excuse has more holes than a slice
No,
of this
no
fine
cheese for you.
Gorman
Okay,
there.
murder scene. Let's go, the carabin.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern
You!
Greetings, Source Hunter. I don't mean to hinder your investigation, but I can't open this door
yes, I've
for
spoken.
anyone. Not exactly the friendliest bloke, the captain, is he? Well, your reward for getting your ear chewed off is a waltz through the town's finest magical murder scene. Enjoy.
Thank you. What the hell was that? Okay. Couldn't even react to that, but whatever.
What happened? Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That stone. Somehow it sent us flying into the stars.
And we leveled up, which is what I'm going to be doing now. Because leveling up is important. Status, abilities, no, yes, abilities. Let's go with nasty deeds, no. Not nasty deeds, bow 1. This guy, we said we're going to be making him more into our person of Leadership and bartering. Research, expert, marksman, geomancer, witchcraft. Defense? No. No. Yeah, let's just go with charisma. Pickpocketing. We do kind of want to have some pickpocketing. Blacksmithing, lore master, telekinesis. Let's just give him a point into lucky charm. What does it do? Reduces your luck in finding extra treasure, improves your offense rating. No. Leadership, boost to party members and friends that can see you. Boost initiative and damage. Yes, okay. This is what we're taking. And talents, we want to have a pet paw. Wait. Enables you to talk to animals. Yes. Confirm changes. Yes. I would like to have him to be able to be our party leader and talker, and everybody else will be a mage and whatever they are. So he's going to be healing. He's going to be defense. Does willpower? No. The resist status effects. Aeroturge, Hydrosophist, Pyromancer, Scoundrel, Witchcraft, Geomancer. How many? One ability point, personality. Nope, we don't really care. Let's just get Witchcraft because we can. And Elemental Affinity. Action point cost for spells when standing in the surface of the same element. Okay, that's amazing. 2 extra ability points. All skilled up gives you 2 extra ability points you can spend. Arrow recovery. Nope. Backstabber allows the character to nope. Bully. Nope. Far out man increases the range of spells and scrolls by 2 meters. Yes, we're taking that. We want her to be able to cast all the spells from all the range. And since I should know what is happening here, this is more story.
Terrible, terrible, terrible! It will consume us all!
Yes.
By the quill that lasts a billion words, what's this? 2 Rivalonians here? At the end of space and time? How very, very, very curious!
Who are you? And how did you get here?
Oh, yes. Proper introductions. Zixex the historian at your service. It is my job to record all that was and is and, hopefully, all that is to be. As for how I got here, well, for a historian appointed by the gods themselves, hopping to the end of time is as easy as 1, 2, 3. How you got here, though? That's a rather more interesting question. On such a tiny and rapidly shrinking vestige of space and time, I wouldn't have expected to find a soul but my own shadow.
Why is this place, as you say, shrinking?
At last a question I can answer most definitively. I mentioned already that this place is the end of time. If that didn't send your heart into your stomach and your pulse a-flutter, it should have. Time ought naturally to have no end at all. Indeed, I can think of no worse nightmare for a chronicler such as myself. But something totally, utterly terrible has happened.
How can time come to an end?
Show, don't tell, I always say. So go, peer through yonder looking lens and feast your soon-to-be terrified eyes on the darkness that is approaching.
Imp might be quite mad.
Then we better appease him and have a look through the looking lens.
But that, looking through the looking lens, shall be left for the next time. For now, thank you for joining me, and have a great day.